Dear friends, Helen Keller once said, most pathetic person in the world is that who has eyes but no vision. Ironically enough, the educationists have ideas but no resources to put those ideas into practice. And education industry is being controlled by the people who have money but no vision for education. Evaluation should not be the test of memory, but it should be the test of knowledge. We follow exactly the opposite methodology. Our evaluation system focuses in rote learning. Students pass unit test, half yearly and annual examination, and the students cram the answers accordingly. But if any cross question is asked, they are blank. Here goes one story about Albert Einstein and a cramming expert, Rosette. It was during the time Albert Einstein was in news because of his theory of relativity. He was called to deliver lecture far and wide. It happened once that Rosette crammed everything about the theory of relativity and started delivering lectures in the name of Einstein. During those days, the photo cameras were rarely in fashion, and very less people could have seen the photographs of the learned scientist. So, Rosette had a free say. He started earning fame and money in the name of Einstein, but as the great scientist got inkling of the conspiracy, he decided to attend one such seminar by the dupe. Everything was perfectly delivered, even better than the great scientist, who was not a great orator. Now, as directed by Einstein, a fellow sitting next to him asked Mr. Rosette the question which was though related to physics only, but not directly related to famous theory. Mr. Rosette was a rote learner, so it was obvious for him to get perplexed. He looked at the side where the question was bombed from and could immediately recognize Einstein. Mr. Rosette started sweating, but somehow could control his nervousness and switched his mind over to the philosophy that if you go wrong, stand by it. Your question is so simple, gentlemen, that it can even be answered by my secretary. You ask him, he is sitting just next to you, said the great dupe, pointing towards the man who had asked the question. Anyway, but all our children cannot afford to do so in the examination if faced with such a situation. Now, about ego and hostility. Dear friends, we should have more education so that we don't look down on people. This is true, especially for the people related to education, because the first and foremost virtue that an educationist must possess is to have respect for all. Aggression can be of two types: hostile aggression, in which we want to injure, hurt, humiliate, and insult a person we know, and instrumental or controlled aggression, in which we want to hurt somebody whom we don't know. For example, war terrorism. The first type of aggression is undoubtedly bad, but the latter one is worse. Now, coming to another topic, 5 lessons from geese on building a strong team. Dear friends, you must have all seen geese while they are flying. Now the question is, why geese fly in a V form? People who share a common direction and objective can get what they want and where they are going quicker if they are traveling on the thrust of one another. If any goose breaks the V form and falls apart, it feels a drag or resistance of air and so moves back immediately to the V. If the entire geese move in V form, it reduces 71% burden of every goose. In this case, every goose has to put only 29% effort. If we have as much sense as that of geese, we will stay together and in conformation with those headed where we want to go. So we all shall accept others' help and offer help to others. What happens when the leader goose gets tired of flying? It goes to the end of V where lesser effort is needed. It is all about sharing the leadership. Mutual respect is a must among all members of a team. Now, continuous and mutual encouragement. The geese flying in formation keep on honking to encourage those apron to keep flying. Team members' encouragement and support to one another always motivates, helps and strengthens members' resolve and improves performance. When a goose gets sick, is injured or tired and has to leave the formation, in that case, two geese leave the formation and escort the injured or tired goose till it regains health or dies, and then go back to their formation. So let us stay together and support each other. A true team work lies in helping one another. What we can learn from the Japanese? Dear friends, there are 10 things which can be emulated from the Japanese, which were displayed during the course of their disaster management. First is the calm. Not a single visual of chest beating or wild grief. Sorrow itself has been elevated. That is the first quality that we can learn from the Japanese, the calm. Second, the dignity. Disciplined queues for water and groceries are there, not a rough word or a crude gesture. Third one is the ability. The incredible architects, for instance, buildings swayed but didn't fall. Next one is the grace. People bought only what they needed for the present, so everybody could get something. Next, the order. No looting in shops, no honking and no overtaking on the roads, just understanding. Then is the sacrifice. 50 workers stayed back to pump seawater in the nuclear reactors in Japan. How will they ever be repaid? No, they cannot be repaid. Next, the tenderness. Restaurant cut prices. An unguarded ATM is left alone. The strong care for the weak. Next, the training. The old and the children, everyone knew exactly what to do, and they did just that. The media. They showed magnificent restraint in the bulletins. No silly reporting, only calm reportage. The conscience. When the power went off in a store, people put things back on the shelves and left quietly. Now my question to you friends is, have you fixed up your objective in life? The example from Alice in Wonderland. Wise cat is asking the question to Alice. Where do you want to go? Alice, I have not decided. Wise cat says, so it does not make any difference which way you take. That is the importance of fixing a goal for you. In case if you have not decided, then anywhere you can go. But once you have decided, then you have to go in that direction. Change. You cannot change anybody except yourself. You cannot change suddenly overnight. Change yourself 1% every day and you will change completely in 100 days. 3 things friends. 3 questions to be asked to oneself regularly. What am I becoming here? Where will I arrive in 10 years from now? How can I reach there? Please never do the self-talks like, what if I try and fail? Rather say, what if I try and succeed? 3 good attitudes. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Focus on your strengths, not complain about your weaknesses. 5 things which can be useful in all problems. Firm and consistent behavior, that is self-discipline. Teach children self-monitoring. Teach them socially desirable ways. Never pay attention to and never appreciate a bad or undesirable behavior. Don't forget to reward or appreciate a good behavior. 6 personal gifts to control your own destiny and stay great. Never give your power away. You have 6 personal gifts to control your own destiny and stay great. Greatness is being responsible and doing what is expected of you. To be in control of your own destiny, you must be proactive. Life takes place in a decision. When you take action to make something happen, stuff is going to happen. What to do about what happens after you make something happen is where you take control. When stuff happens that you did not plan on, that is opportunity knocking. 5 personal gifts. The first one is knowledge. Without knowledge, you will have no power to take action. Build on the knowledge already you have. Learned knowledge is power. Observe, listen and read, smell, taste, touch, practice, practice and practice. I am willing to listen, learn and change how I think. Think big. It does not cost anything to think big. When you think big, you are taking care of yourself. When you think small, you are focusing on your ego. The self always thinks big. Second personal gift is grace. You must request grace. You must have permission from yourself. Without permission, you will procrastinate. You will sit and wait. Those who hesitate are lost. Third personal gift is authority. You must enjoy your authority to say yes or no. Without authority, someone else is running the show. You are the authority in your life. Nobody thinks in your mind. You are the center that watches and runs the show, that can choose which way it will go. I am consciousness. Take charge of your own destiny. Guess what? Now what? Fourth personal gift is spirit. You must nurture your spirit. It is so important because it brings energy and excitement. Spirit must grow because the opportunities will grow as times go on. Spirit is the greatest unused power on earth. Music can put wings on the human spirit. That is the spirit. Fifth personal gift is commitment. You must strengthen your commitment to yourself. Without commitment, there is no long-term persistence. Persistence creates desire and builds knowledge. Knowledge must build because of so much opportunity. One must have a heartfelt commitment in any endeavor one undertakes. Be committed to yourself. The commitment you have to yourself is the commitment you will have to your family, your profession, your community. Love is a feeling of commitment. Commitment is a joining of forces. Sixth personal gift is opportunity. You must seize opportunities. Realize that problems are only opportunities based on how you view them. If you cannot do anything, pray for someone else. If you can't pray, ask others to pray for you. If possible, do something. Faith without work is dead. Problems are sometimes opportunities for you to keep control of your own destiny. Tell me and I will forget. Teach me and I will remember. Involve me and I will learn. Thank you very much, friends.